Think about the mom?
Not yet.
Okay,
yet.
all right. Then. All right, I'll read the chats real quick. All right, so we got 2 more semesters and I'll be finished with welding school. This from Logan. Is it never true when a woman says she has a lot going on in her personal life? Where we at here?
But makes effort to see or talk to you.
Is it never true when a woman says
Straight, what do you think about this? So he's asking the question, is it never true when a woman says she has a lot going on in her personal life, but makes the effort to see you or talk to you?
I think it means doesn't make the effort to see you.
Yeah, probably doesn't.
That's bullshit. Yeah, women, they want you to be there. Like, they want to suck your energy. They want your help. They want you to be around. If they like you, they want you to be there going through the shit with them.
Who hurt you?
Nobody.
Oh my
God.
No, he don't sound hurt. He sound like he knows talking about.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
No, but like every comment that has to do towards a woman, you're like.
I just started talking. But
Nah, he don't sound hurt to me.
Listen, we live in America. If everybody has been disappointed before, like that's not
every person.
All right, so why are you asking me that? Like,
no, but like honestly, like if you're going through something, we can talk about it. Like,
Wow. You a therapist, Miss Peru?
I'm not a therapist, but I'm really in touch with my vibes and my energy.
And so you feel like I'm hurt?
No,
like
but sometimes when people make comments about something over and over again, it's because they feel it.
And
so
what you saying?
Like what I said.
Okay. All right.
I mean, the energy sucking is not exclusively to men.
To
like
women
you can have
or
a close.
men.
Well, you can have. I had a close friend in high school. She was a wreck, constantly getting drunk, crying in the bathroom, sleeping with multiple guys, lying to me about it. Locked herself in the bathroom with a guy. I'm like, did you just with him? She's like, no, I didn't. While she had a boyfriend. So this is bringing me back to I had an ex-best friend, and then she got pregnant at 19. And had an abortion.
Oh shit!
No, she got pregnant at 19, had the baby. Then the second time she got pregnant, 6 months after the baby was born, she got pregnant again, and then had gotten an abortion, and then took off and left her baby daddy with the kid, and went off and dated other guys and didn't take care of her child.
Wow!
And after that, I found that out, I dropped her. I'm like, I can't be associated with this sort of like trashiness, and like I just because some people you can't help them. They don't want to be helped. They're gonna go in that cycle, and they're gonna drag you down. And suck your energy.
More point to the guy, whoever asked the question, though. If that women want to, they don't, all that, I'm going through all this shit, that's bullshit. They want you to be there for them. If they look at you like you their man, they want you there. They want the support from you. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, a woman will drive hours or fly hours just to see you.
Just to see
Even if
you
she's
and
busy,
breathe.
she'll find time, bro.
Yeah,
She'll
that's
find
bullshit.
time.
Yeah,
Shithole.
Yeah, she just doesn't like you that much, man.
Facts.
That's what it comes down to. Blackest Panther goes, ladies, if you believe most men aren't worthy of submission or respect, you are correct. Just look at the rise of OnlyFans as one example. Question: Who/what do you think is causing boys to grow up into worthless, simpish men, and what can women/moms do to help? Not a bad question. We could start right here and then work our way that way because we started with her before. What do you think is causing men to grow into worthless simps? And what can women/moms do to help?
Sorry, Twitch.
Basically lazy.
Yeah, we can go ahead and kill Twitch if we. Yeah, we'll kill Twitch. Just YouTube and Rumble.
They're not becoming men that they need to be.
Yeah, why are guys simps? What should they do?
A lack of a male figure in
Penis,
their
please.
life. Sorry. A lack of a male figure in their life, for sure. That's important. I think children need like a mother and a father because there's that feminine energy, the nurturing, the masculine energy, like, you know, providing an example how to be a man, how to do things, how to create, like, build things with your hands. That part is missing. So there's a lot of broken families where the father's out of the picture and the men don't like get to their fullest potential. You know, doesn't make them bad, but just makes them have to make an extra effort. So that's one big part of it.
That's a very good point.
All right, what about you?
I honestly think the same. The father figure is a really big point. And I mean, sometimes people just go on in their lives reacting and not acting.
Okay.
You know?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt me?
Let's get
a
back,
couple
girl.
people, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Like everybody.
Okay.
Damn.
What about you?
I kind of agree with them, honestly. It's really the male figure, you know. You can't really learn how to be a man without seeing a man in action. And then the guys that do have fathers in their lives, they're really not the best dads. Like, you know, they're not. So, and the mamas, stop babying y'all sons. Please. Stop.
I agree.
Yeah.
For real.
I agree. Question: What made you choose your guy over non-stalkers?
Well, he was a stalker though.
He
Yeah, so
was.
non-stalkers.
But he was a
that-
nice stalker. He was a good stalker. No, I'm just playing. I chose him honestly because he was consistent. He was consistent. You know, he was just honest. He was there. I didn't have to ask him. I didn't have to constantly tell him. Some things It was a work in progress, but for the most part, he was just honest, there, and loyal. He's never made me even question him, and I love my man.
Dre, what do you think? 24.
When you say like he was consistent, you mean
Mhm.
like as far as like what y'all say applying pressure, like as far as like courting you and trying to get your attention or whatever?
Courting, not really. Like I said, it was a work in progress with some stuff, but he was consistent in letting me know it was me for him. You know, I never had to question that.
And this
so,
was before like y'all went on a date and y'all started seeing each other?
yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, then too, like when we first started talking, it was kind of shaky because you just met the person, but my man was.
I
there.
want you now.
Well, was it okay, let me ask you this, don't lie.
Okay.
What was the gap between the last guy and him? I know.
Why you trying to get me caught up on
I
this?
know. I know. You ain't gotta answer that. Remember I told
My
you about
man
that
know.
rebound shit?
Yeah.
My man, no.
You see, he had to wait, right? He had to wait till she was vulnerable.
Wait.
Till,
I can retract that answer because it was 6 months. Me and my ex-boyfriend before him, we had like broke up for 6 months, and
not
then
broke
I met
up.
him.
I'm talking about still dealing with, because you can break up. Everybody done
hell
broke up.
no.
And,
Oh no.
okay.
I wasn't even talking to that man.
Okay.
Fuck him.
And then, so 6 months.
Fuck that nigga.
So 6 months, then after the 6 months,
I
then
met
he
him.
started hitting you up. Like
Mhm.
every.
Literally 6 months.
All right. What about you?
You
What
was just like celibate, like cleaning, like.
Don't
just
ask
like
my
I'm a-
business.
Huh?
She was on the
You know what I'm saying?
side.
You was
Oh,
just like going
shit.
through the motions, just like, I'm not gonna date.
No,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna. I want to get myself together first.
No, yeah.
you know?
For the first 4 months, it was like that. But then I started talking to this boy I had a crush on in high school.
And it wasn't that dude.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think is causing guys to grow up into simps? And what can women/moms do to help?
Well, I just want to say that I love Sims.
No, well,
Yeah,
no,
well,
no.
It's your fault. Yes. It's your fault.
The
I
same
wouldn't
way
say
we
it's
love
my
hoes.
fault, but there's a lot of reasons why. But I was agreeing with the girls too, I was agreeing with these ladies as well,
Which is what?
the lack of a father figure,
Okay.
broken homes, and not having, that right role
Why you shaking your
model.
head?
And yeah,
Okay.
He got something to say.
He do.
what
Cool.
happened?
He don't
Nah, I was
agree.
just shaking my head. At that.
Why?
We're gonna get to him. Go ahead.
Nah, y'all finish.
He was shaking his head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all finish. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say definitely having a father figure, but I'm gonna put that also on the women of who you choose to have a baby with.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I think that's a big thing. I was raised by a single mom, so it's one of those things I think even if you're an only child or you're raised by a single parent, it's the job of the parent. Like my mom was hard on me. I grew up with a very, I would say sometimes she was more of a dad as like harshness, more like instead of a mom in that sense. So I think it's important that single moms of sons don't baby their sons, but
Yeah.
also find someone who's a strong male figure to put in their life. Like
Mm.
I think a lot of women that I know that raised sons felt bad, and so they overcompensated by babying their kids.
Right.
Mhm.
And the strong men that I know that were raised by single moms, their moms had them really step up, and they also made sure that they had, like, whether it was a coach or a teacher, a
Mhm.
strong male figure that they went to, and then they had that piece. So
What's your mom's ethnic background?
she's Hispanic and Filipino.
Okay, Mexican or?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
All
like
right.
a tiger mom though. She's a tough cookie.
It's a
Would you say her disciplinarian side is what made you finish school, get a job in tech, and aspire to be successful
Oh, for sure.
versus her nurturing side?
Yeah. So like my mom, I'm the first in my family to go to college.
Okay.
So like my
Let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Do you think that fathers are better parents than mothers?
No.
For the betterment of their, well, you just literally,
So better as far as raising the kids or
Yeah, to be
disciplining?
co-
There's
to
two
be-
different parts of that.
well, raising the kid to become how do I say this? A reputable member of society.
I think that's from both sides, but I think for sons specifically, like women need
Well,
that.
your mom had some masculine traits and you ended up okay.
That's true, but I would say most people wouldn't be able to handle it. I also was the kid that like listened to like motivational tapes when I was 7 because I
Yeah.
was like, I need to change my life. And
Of course.
I wasn't reading Harry Potter. I was reading like How to Retire When You're like 40 kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm an odd I'm an anomaly, and I recognize that.
Yeah. But what I'm
But-
trying to get at here is that like the disciplinarian side is far more important to the child's overall development and becoming successful and being a contributing member to society than them being nurtured.
Mm-mm.
I make the
It's
argument
a-
that I
it's
think
a
fathers
balance,
are
yeah.
the more important parent than the mother. especially in adolescent years and the formative years where that child can start making serious mistakes that fuck them up.
Yeah.
For boys?
For
Or
both.
For both.
For both. I've always said that strong dads keep daughters off stripper poles and sons out of jail.
I know of.
Well, I can see that because
see
as
that
a
too.
woman, you do.
You know?
So I can
Yeah.
agree
Like
with
your
that.
father is kind of like the first line of defense. I get it. Like the
I get
mom
it.
is important, right? Especially in the baby years and
Yeah,
the child
infancy.
rearing years. But like as you become older, you get into teenage years, like fuck you, mom, blah blah blah, right? Especially with the son who's physically capable now to like bully his mom if he needs to physically.
Yeah.
It's the dad that's kind of like violence gets respect, right? Like that's just what it is, right? Like the reason why we follow the law is because the police and the military have the monopoly of violence. We obey the law because we know that there's going to be physical consequences and we can't necessarily overtake them. So it's the same thing with parents. If your dad can beat the shit out of you, well, you're going to more than likely comply to some degree.
Yeah.
Right?
I think your dad should expose you to the real world.
Yeah.
He give you that taste of what the real world really is.
And there was a study, Raul Tomasi talks about it in his book, shout out to him, that single fathers actually do better with producing children that don't become criminals and degenerates, etc. when they compare them to single mothers. But
That's lots.
No, that's true. I've done time before, and most of the guys in there didn't have their fathers. That's like a
Yeah.
fact.
yeah.
So
I would say, I guess I partially agree with you because I hear more people have daddy issues than mommy issues. So I think that's a good way to put your argument.
Yeah. I mean, you might have some, don't get it twisted. Like you might end up with some like maybe some attachment issues or whatever when you don't have a
for
mom.
sure.
But what I'm saying is that you at least like with the father, he'll at least tell you what's right and wrong, and tell you like how to not be a fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
she did mention having a strong male figure with the mom, so that's good too.
Yeah. But I just found it interesting that your mom it displayed masculine traits, and that led to you becoming successful and getting into tech.
Yeah. She's an interesting.
And you got
one
into
too,
a male-dominated field too.
Yes, I'm usually like the only woman in a meeting or anything like that. But my
Okay.
mom is also like hyper feminine, which is the interesting part.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, just not with you, I guess. All right. What about you? What do you think will keep guys, or why do you think guys are simps nowadays, and what can women/moms do to help?
First off, I don't think guys are simps nowadays.
Yeah,
I think
so you don't.
guys have probably been simping since any time.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Nowadays, you lost.
Hold
me.
on. Define simp real fast. By in your terms, what do you think a simp is?
I never really thought about the term simp till it was like posed to me from other people. So
Okay.
it's like somebody who like gives up a lot to like care for a girl over anything. Okay, so simp, right? It's like a word that stands for something.
Right.
Yes,
Do you know what it is?
I do, but I'm asking what your definition is.
I'm not sure exactly the acronym, is it?
No, but you were going well.
Okay, so like I'm gonna just not define it by the letters.
Don't
but
worry
it's
about
a
the
guy
acronym.
who
Don't worry
is-
about the acronym. It's what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
It's like a person, a guy, a person who like wants to give up things to someone like more than what their life has going for them. Like they'll like just do anything for someone regardless of like anything related to them. They like give too much to
Right.
someone just to like please someone or try and get their attention.
Okay.
So you
So,
don't think
like-
there's a bunch of guys that do that?
No, I do.